name for you. Well, look who's double uploading today. This guy. But welcome back to the Underestimated Podcast. Your host, Jeremy Orr, back with another episode. So listen, I kind of pushed this episode back a couple of times, maybe like twice, but we're gonna knock it out right now. Actually, yeah, by the time you're seeing this, episode 22 has already dropped, where I talked about my take and thoughts on the the NBA suspending Draymond Green and how they did it. You know, so if you're watching this, that's already out. Go check that out if you haven't already. Go like, comment, share, and subscribe. You know, tell your mom, your grandma, your auntie, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your pet lizard, your walking turtle, whatever. Just let them know. Get me out there. So, I want to talk about a concerning NFL issue throughout the course of the past couple of months. That I probably should talk about why it was still hot. And I'm talking about it now when it's more simmered down, more nestled, but I'm kind of good for that. So that issue being the current NFL running back market. I'm gonna be real. It's very concerning. I don't necessarily understand it. I do think that running backs are very well needed in the NFL, especially in a league where you want to protect your quarterback, which is the most prized possession on any football team. You have a running back that takes some of the load off of the quarterback, especially if you have a quarterback along the likes of the more mobile guys like Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson, Josh Allen. Guys who, when you take the passing game from them on a particular play, they can go run the ball. When that wears down on them, you need a running back to fill that void. You're not going to switch quarterbacks. You're not going to just defer to your second string, your backup. You're going to want to defer to your running back. I'm not understanding it. I don't. But if you look at it though, not many running backs are getting selected coming out of the draft nowadays. Like Bijan Robinson was the number, what was he, like 7 or 9 in his draft, and that's like the highest we've had for a running back in a while. But I mean, I can go on and on about great running backs that deserve pretty good contracts. Just to name a few. Obviously Christian McCaffrey. My Seahawks is Kenneth Walker. Austin Eckler, Zeke. Tony Pollard is okay. DeAndre Swift, Miles Sanders. Oh, Dalvin Cook. Alvin Kamara. Guys like that. So what I have here is, okay, wait, let's give me a better list of what names I can pick out here. The NFL's highest paid running backs in 2023 average salary per year, according to azcentral.com. At number 10, from the Panthers, Miles Sanders, at $6.4 million a year. With the way that this league is now, Miles Sanders should not be the top or the number 10 highest paid running back in the NFL. Because he's not a top 10 running back. At number 9, definitely not a top 10 running back in the NFL right now. Cardinals running back James Conner, at $7 million. Yeah, Miles Sanders has some slippage, and James Conner did as well. But I still would put Miles Sanders over James Conner right now. Now this one was one that kind of forced this issue. At number 6, well, okay, so it's apparently a three-way tie for the 6th spot, all making $10.1 million a year. Giants running back Saquon Barkley, Cowboys running back Tony Pollard, Raiders running back, I keep want to say quarterback, Raiders running back Josh Jacobs. At number 5, they have. I'm sorry, I thought about. I thought I'm gonna just hold it for a second. Packers running back Aaron Jones at $11.5 million. That's number 5. Number 4, Browns running back Nick Chubb making $12.2 million a year. Titans running back Derrick Henry making $12.5 million a year. Saints running back Alvin Kamara, $15 million a year. And at the top, at very well deserved, Christian McCaffrey at $16 million a year. So you look at this, right? And, they don't, I think the most they'll ever sign is like a 5-year deal. So if we were to multiply all these numbers by 5, that means Christian McCaffrey is making only $80 million out of his contract. I mean, of course, you obviously, he's fine considering endorsements and all that. But just simply as a football player for his organization, only $80 million a year. For a guy like Christian McCaffrey, no. There should be no reason that Christian McCaffrey isn't making $100 million. Christian McCaffrey is a $100 million talent. And it's not like they don't have the money. It's the NFL. I'm more so a basketball fan, but I know, just simply that the NFL is the most watched league in all of the United States. I don't even have to go to check numbers for that. I know that to be a fact from prior knowledge. If you were to multiply Alvin Kamara's per year salary, $75 million. You can make a case that Alvin Kamara is worth $80 to $90 million. Derrick Henry, same thing. 12.5 times 5, that'd be. I'm trying to do this out of the calculator, y'all. That should be what, $62.5 million a year. Let's be real. We all know Derrick Henry is not worth just $62.5 million a year. Moving along, Nick Chubb. That would be $61 million a year. At $12.2 million per year. Packers running back Aaron Jones, 11.5 times 5, $57.5 million. See where I'm going with this? Like, until we get to somebody that's like James Conner and, well, maybe like James Conner and Tony Pollard. That's probably the only reasonable ones. I don't even know how they even made this list, but I mean, that's the problem also, because they shouldn't be on this list whatsoever. It's not top 10, of course, maybe 20, but not top 10. But let's also look at some guys who are off this list. Like I said earlier, Kenneth Walker's not on this list. Dalvin Cook is not on this list. DeAndre Swift is not on this list. This is ridiculous, yo. This is honestly ridiculous. Am I missing anyone? It's not on this list. Oh, Ezekiel Elliott's not on this list either. So let's compare their salaries to the quarterback and the wide receiver position. Okay, so the highest NFL paid quarterback in 2023, guaranteed money and total contract value. All right. We should all know who number one on the list is. That's Pat. Okay, so we're at the top 10 here. Right? So as I just reiterated, those were their averages. Look at these averages now. So there's a tie for number 10. Dak Prescott, Daniel Jones, Matthew Stafford. First of all, no way Dak Prescott should be a top 10. Oh, I'm sorry. The number 10 player on the top 10 list of the highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL. He should be top 5. At this very moment, I know I'm supposed to be touching on the running backs, but I mean, at this very moment, Justin Herbert is making more money than Dak Prescott. Which, I mean, could have something to do with age as well, but I mean, Dak is not crazy old. I mean, Dak's probably, what, like 26? And Justin Herbert's probably 24, maybe 23. So, not a huge gap. Deshaun Watson. I'm sorry, number 9. Bills quarterback, Josh Allen. Josh Allen and Dak Prescott are number 10 on this list. I mean, 9 and 10 on this list. Josh Allen's making $43 million a year. Deshaun Watson, $46 million. Kyler Murray, $46.1 million. Russell Wilson, $48.5 million. Jalen Hurts, $51 million. Lamar Jackson, $52 million. Justin Herbert, $52.5 million. Patrick Mahomes, $52.65 million. And at the top, oh, actually that's Joe Burrow, $55 million. So until we approach the bottom half of that list, you got 5 guys making 4 times the salary of the average running back. Now, I understand, like I just said, I know, I'm not stupid. I understand that the quarterback position is the most highly anticipated and needed position on the football field. They orchestrate the offense. They are leaders on the field and off the field. They are simply just your franchise all in one. But at what cost do we give the running backs some love? So we look at these teams, right? I'm going to go down the list. Just to show the importance of the running back, I want you to think about how these teams stack up when you take the running back from them, right? So, talk about the Bengals. Take Joe Mixon off the Bengals. Not the same team, right? Patrick Mahomes. Take Pacheco off. I mean, Pat is Pat, so he's never really had like a stellar running back. I know he's had Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He just had guys that was able to do it and get it done. But Pat's just Pat. So we're just gonna kind of put an asterisk on that. Justin Herbert. With the way that the Chargers look this year, take Austin Eckler off the Chargers. It would be even worse. Lamar Jackson. His correspondent would be I'll say when healthy, J.K. Dobbins. Like I was just saying, you have a quarterback like Lamar. His idol is Michael Vick, one of the greatest running or mobile scrambling quarterbacks of all time. And Lamar is now one of the greatest. So, knowing that, they're going to hit Lamar pretty hard. Take away his legs. What other fresh set of legs are you going to give the ball to? You're not going to take Lamar out and put in Trace McSorley. So, or is that even still a thing? I might be a little backed up on that statement. Anywho, you get what I'm saying. You're not going to bench Lamar for the second string when he gets tired. Jalen Hurts. DeAndre Swift. I'm a Seahawks fan, y'all. I literally just watched DeAndre Swift torch my Seahawks defense last night. But not even just him. Miles Sanders, another guy that's on the top 10 list. Just not the same teams, y'all. Just isn't. Russell Wilson. I think their running back is Melvin. Well, I remember it being Melvin Gordon. It might have changed by now, but still, ain't the same team. Kyler Murray, James Conner, not the same team. Deshaun Watson, Nick Chubb, y'all. Take Nick Chubb off of the Cleveland Browns. It's not the same situation where you have. Well, wait a minute. Let me fact check that. So I think I might be wrong on that statement. Okay, well, that's a bit of a different statement because Kareem Hunt is actually playing for the Browns right now. Well, that's because of Nick Chubb's absence, though, right? Correct. So, another asterisk I'll put on that one. Josh Allen, you take James Cook, who just had a crazy game against the Cowboys, off of their roster. Not the same team at all. And they're struggling, this year. This isn't the same Bills team we've always known and loved. They've been struggling this year with how good James Cook has been playing this season. Dak Prescott, take Tony Pollard off. Ain't the same team. And I'm not even 200% on Tony Pollard. I mean, I think he's a mid-tier running back at best. Still, not the same team. Daniel Jones. You take Saquon off of the New York Giants. That is absolutely ridiculous. Just being simply honest, Saquon Barkley is the New York Giants. Even though, I gotta admit, I'm a huge Tommy DeVito fan. I gotta get me like a shirt or a jersey or something to rep him. But yeah, you take Saquon off the Giants, not the same. Matthew Stafford. That would be. I don't remember what that running back is. It's kind of bad, my fault, y'all. Oh, no, it's not Cam Akers anymore. Cam Akers is on the Vikings. Okay, I thought that was his name. Kyron Williams. Having a pretty good season. I know he's been making a couple of fantasy owners happy. Um, Still, it took me a while to even get his name up. Once again, not the same. Lastly, I want to touch on, but yeah, even at the bottom of this list, Daniel Jones would be making somewhere between 160 million to 200, depending on whether he's signed a 4 year or a 5 year. And that goes for him, Dak, and Matthew Stafford. We're talking about Dak. That's an MVP candidate. Like Dak, well, before the injury, Joe Burrow, Dak, Pat, Lamar, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, all are MVP caliber talents. And you think about it on the running back side, so is Christian McCaffrey. He's getting some MVP consideration this year. He's definitely going to get NFC Offensive Player of the Year. So, come on, y'all. Let's make it make sense if we're going to do that now. All right, I'm gonna touch on the wide receivers, and then I'm gonna. Let's look at these wide receivers. Before I say this, if I had to guess who's the top guy, I think it's Jamar Chase. I'm not sure though. It's either Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson, I think. Wait a minute. Hold on, something. Wait a minute. Let me see something here. Okay, let me look at it through this. Okay. Took me a while, but I got it. Oh wow, no, Jamar Chase is actually. Well, maybe his deal hadn't kicked in yet. I'm looking at this, I don't think his deal's kicked in yet. I think his deal kicks in until next season, so that's probably why he's as low as he is. Let's see, what number do they have him at? Oh wow, hold on. Wait a minute. I'm trying to find him. Number 28, Jamar Chase is the number 28th highest paid receiver in the NFL. We're going to touch on the top 10. So just highlight some more of the importance of the running back. So according to SpotRack.com, the highest paid receiver in the league right now is Davante Adams, making $140 million a year. Tyreek comes in at number 2. I keep saying a year. I'm sorry, not a year, y'all. It would be. Well, he's actually 28 million, but he signed a 5 year deal. So 4 year deal for Tyreek, 120 million, making 30 million a year. AJ Brown, 100 million. Amari Cooper, 100 million. Making 20 and 25 million a year. Stephon Diggs, 96 million, 24 million a year. Mike Evans, 82.5 million, 16.5 million a year. Cooper Kupp and Keenan Allen are tied at 80.5 19.1 million a year, making Cooper Kupp is making 22,700,000 a year, and Keenan Allen is making 20,000. I'm sorry, 20,025,000 a year. Tied at 9, Christian Kirk and DK Metcalf, both making 72 million overall, 24 and 18 million guaranteed. I'm sorry, a year guaranteed. Deebo Samuel's number 11. But yeah. Let me not, because that's what the top 100, I'm assuming. Yeah, top 100. I'm not gonna go through the whole 100, of course. This just goes to show you the importance of the running back. I mean, as a fan, I love the physical aspect of the game. I love seeing the ball get handed off to a running back. They charge to the middle and try to take on the Oklahoma drill type hit against one of the best linebackers in the league. I love seeing that. I love seeing, Derrick Henry go at it with Fred Warner, Bobby Wagner, Max Crosby, Chase Young, Nick Bosa, Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack, etc. Pay these running backs, y'all. Bam. Bijan Robinson's special. I know he's had a lackluster season by me. Look at what team he's on. I believe his usage rate will spike up after this season. I think they may revamp that quarterback spot and pick up someone like a Drake May or a Jaden Daniels or Michael Penix Jr. in the draft. I'm going to go say Caleb, but we all know Caleb's probably going 1. Him and Drake May. But I probably bet my life savings on Cam. I'm sorry, not Cam, Caleb. Yeah, most of these guys, like I said, Dalvin, CMC, Alvin, Kenneth, Austin, guys like that, they should be $100 million men. I don't see why they aren't. Hopefully this issue gets fixed very soon and people really understand the importance of the running back. Yeah, that's my take. This is simply ridiculous. I showed y'all the stats and the numbers. Y'all saw the comparisons. Hope I expressed the severity of this issue to you as well. But without further ado, that concludes my double upload. I'm happy I got this out of the way. Yeah, so this is episode 23, which means only 2 more episodes before the year kicks out. So y'all will probably see me sometime next week to get the last 2 out to y'all before we kick this thing up and we have a whole different podcast next year. So I'm gonna go get this edited and out for y'all on Spotify and YouTube. And don't forget to, if you're on YouTube, like, comment, share, and subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated. If you're on Spotify, give the channel a 5-star rating. Like the episode, whatever. Share, comment your thoughts if possible. I don't know if you can or not. But if possible, let me know something. Yeah, that's it for me. I'm going to go unwind now because it's still pretty early. It's not even 2 o'clock yet. So, appreciate y'all for all the love and support. Y'all know it's always love on my side. Always remember, don't underestimate, appreciate. Y'all have a good Tuesday. Without further ado, I'm gone.